Boo, hello. Hello, hello, happy Wednesday. I felt cute. I haven't seen you in so long. Beep beep. No, no beep beep. No beep beep. It was actually beep beeping still until like what after work yesterday, and we just replaced the whole thing. Hi. Oh my gosh, no, no more beep beeps. Hello, Vanilla Mochi. Hello, Psyduck. How are you guys? It was raining so hard earlier. I was really surprised. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna continue Alma, and I'm not gonna go crazy with beep beep. I'm on spring break, so I actually have time to be on Twitch. That's cool. That's nice. How's that been? I know you've been like really busy, so yeah, I think last time I caught you was one of your streams, but man, that feels like it was a while ago. But yeah, today has been exciting, but also kind of scary because Kai reminded me that our wedding is now officially less than 200 days out. So I'm a little bit scared because it feels like there's so much left to do. PhD is hard. Oh, I believe it. Things are good though. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'd imagine a PhD is not easy, regardless of what it is. But yeah, wedding planning things are kind of in full swing, but also it feels like there's like a million things left to do. But today we actually went and picked up our wedding bands, which is very, very exciting. Um, and we picked it up and they recommended like wearing it regularly for a little bit because I think the first 30 days they allow you to like either resize it or like exchange it if you like decide you don't like the style and stuff. So we're both wearing the wedding bands for now and it feels so weird. Like we picked it up around lunchtime today and like so for the last 6 hours I just kind of keep looking at my hand and I'm like, wow, this is feeling really really real and it's a little bit scary, but yeah. And then we realized we haven't done like any of like the bachelorette party stuff or like haven't like delegated it, so we kind of made a little group chat with our like best man maid of honor, and are kind of just letting them run with it. We're like, okay, here's a general idea, um you guys do whatever. Also, let me put on some background music. Let me know if the volume is okay. um yeah, we got really lucky because we went and picked it up and it was starting to rain, but it wasn't raining like too hard. But then as soon as we got back, like it started like really coming down. So yeah, we kind of just missed the big downpour, which was good. I'm a bridesmaid in a wedding next week. Ooh, that's so exciting. I can't imagine the wedding planning. Honestly, like it feels like I'm not doing enough because I'm like stressed, but I almost feel like I should be more stressed, if that makes sense, which also stresses me out. So maybe it is balancing out. Like we have this whole binder. Luckily our venue is really nice and they have this wedding planning binder that's like, "Oh, here's where you should be at like this part," or like here's where you should be at like 8 months out, at 6 months out, and so on and so forth. um I will admit we haven't looked at it in the last at least the last month. So we probably should get on that. um I get that feeling anytime I'm feeling relaxed. I'm like, wait, what did I forget? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I'm at right now. And I'm kind of on like wedding TikTok, I feel like. So a lot of like other brides are like, "Oh yeah, you get to this point where you're where everyone's asking you like, 'Oh, how's wedding planning going?' And you're like, 'Oh, it's good. We have most of the big stuff figured out, So now it's just all the little details, but the little details are kind of like the hardest part. And I'm like, man, that's feeling way too real. I almost forgot to like remind all the bridesmaids to like get their dresses too, because like we had kind of decided on a style together, but then I never like officially gave like the okay to be like, hey, go get this dress. Um, so I think a couple weeks ago was like, okay, this is the dress, like everyone get it. And everyone, all my bridesmaids are in different parts of the US right now because like half of our wedding party is actually still in school. So I was like, okay, everyone just get it, ship to wherever you are, and then we'll like look into like if you need alterations, we'll look into like where near you does alterations. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Except one of our bridesmaids was actually out of town, and I forgot to reach out to her separately. So then that kind of was a little bit of a panic moment, but I don't think it's too bad. Like, I don't think we're that close where like it's like make or break right now, anyways. But yeah, we got all our dresses from Azazi. Ooh, I did hear Azazi was good. We did Birdie Gray, but I have been looking at Azazi for I guess flower girl and flower girl dresses and one of our ring bearers. So we have a girl and a boy as a ring bearer. So we're probably gonna have her in a separate, like a different dress, but kind of similar to the flower girls. But they're all a little bit older. Like they're getting to like preteen age. Like they're between the ages of 10 and 13. So like some of the typical like flower girl dresses that you see almost feel a little like too cutesy, like too young for them, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're both me and Kai are like on the earlier side of like cousins and people getting married, so we don't have very many kids in the family yet. So we have my youngest cousins who, like I said, are kind of in that like range of, or that age range where it's like you don't want to dress them too young, but they do have to like be dressed differently than like or like the groomsmen and the bridesmaids. We're all wearing a different style but same color and length. Yeah, I was kind of debating that too. We kind of just started off with like I kind of sent the link and was like, hey, everyone pick a style or a couple styles that you like. But a lot of them kind of had a few in common anyway, so we were like, okay, we'll just pick the same style, keep it simple, and then yeah. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm happy for you, and I'm excited for your friend slash whoever who's getting married. Yeah, I'm sure the stress is starting to pile on in this final week. It hasn't quite hit me yet. I still have 6 months to go, but we'll definitely get there. But anyways, I'm gonna switch screens. And we're gonna continue a drawing I started a while ago, but I was working on it on stream a couple days ago, and then our smoke detector was acting up, so it ended up being a much shorter stream than I intended, but we'll just jump right back into it. Bum-ba-dum. Alright, let's see. Is this gonna work? Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've got Alma from Monster Hunter Wilds, which I have also been playing, not as much as some people, but I can't wait to get wasted at y'all wedding. It'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. Kai says that he won't, but I could see him caving and drinking a little more than he intends to. Let's try to outdrink each other, Pierre. That will be something. You guys, and Kai's uncle is a big drinker, so I think I can see that being a fun little party thing. Bet. I'm gonna tell myself I'm not gonna drink too much, but I don't know if there's. It's hard to see everyone else like kind of drinking and all that, and not like want at least a little bit to join in. But yeah, like my parents haven't really seen me drunk, and I'm not sure how that would go. They've seen Kai kind of buzzed, and my mom isn't much of a drinker, so she saw him like after like a drink or two, and he gets very red very quickly, and she was very amused by that. I wasn't sure if I was feeling her nose, but I feel like this kind of captures it a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like I tried like 100 different ways to do the notebook because it's very like scrappy looking, but it's still like even pages now that I'm looking at it from this reference. Let's see, what do I want to, maybe I'll do the jacket part first actually. Jacket part. See, I'm trying to do the front things first so I can just kind of work behind it, because it's not like animation with like where you have to draw like everything. You can kind of hide things and not worry about it. Can I turn up with Father Do? I'm sure Father Do would be down. He drinks, but he doesn't tend to drink a lot. I'm not sure if a wedding would be a good excuse for him, but also I feel like if anything he'll like want to not drink so much. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm sure he'll be down to partake. Yeah, my family's not as big on like, I don't know, drinking. They don't like not drink. There's a few people who do, but there's also just more people who don't drink. Then there's like my sister and my cousin who like are always out drinking. Not calling them alcoholics, but your sister asked how many people after Kendama already asked for a head count. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, you know what, I'll look at that later. Sometimes she just speed reads and then doesn't really think much about it, but it happens. It'd be like that. Let's see, maybe I should have just gone all the way just to... Yeah. We'll definitely come back around and like make some parts a little bit thicker, but for now, something that I learned is that drawing with thinner line or thinner, like a thinner pen first, helps you make sure that like things are a little neater and cleaner. Because if you kind of just go in with a big brush, then it kind of becomes like a subconscious like excuse to like miss details and not quite get the shape exactly right. Whereas if you do it with a thin pen and then like just go around the outside after, it's just, I don't know, a little neater. Oh my gosh, this is so ugly. Vanilla mochi, we pre-gaming before the wedding. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I keep seeing like people's videos of like the wedding day, or like there's a whole trend of like, here's all the things that went wrong on my wedding day, and I'm like, stressing me out. But it's okay. One thing at a time. Just stress about work first for now. Got 6 months of normal work days before all of that madness. OMG, I'm getting married next week. Oh, is that the wedding that Felt Cute's a bridesmaid in? Felt Cute just said she's gonna be in a wedding next week. Blanket, is that your wedding? Blanket, I swear you get married every other week. Yes, it is. Exciting. Congratulations, very happy for you. Is Anju the bride again? I got a bottle of Hennessy LeBron James. We still have the box, or do we? We still had the box of that from Christmas, because Kai and his cousin picked up like 2 bottles of it, of the LeBron Hennessy. And it was just sitting in our kitchen for like way too long. This time it's to a box of Kraft mac and cheese. You know, I don't blame you. I love mac and cheese. But apparently I don't love it enough to marry it. Brother, I've got 2. We still have... Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I thought we still had that. Gotta get Mochi to go crazy on this. Crunk off the king. Gonna end up with honey on me. when Kai got his wisdom teeth removed, he kept quoting the "he's putting honey on me" or whatever the heck it was. He was like yelling it through the car window. "I'm pouring honey on you, goat." That's what it was. He just shouted it from the living room. I had a thick and creamy mac and cheese yesterday for lunch. Ooh, that sounds nice. I was debating getting mac and cheese earlier because I was saying earlier we picked up our wedding bands and we got sandwiches from a place next door, but they also had mac and cheese, and I was considering getting mac and cheese. But ended up getting a sandwich, and they took forever to make it. Like, we were sitting there for so long, and I was like, man, we should have ordered and then picked up the rings. Because even as it was, like, we went and checked in with the rings, and we're like, oh, can we come back after we pick up lunch? And they were like, sure. So they just held on to it. But then we made them hold on to it for like almost half an hour because the sandwiches took so long. Mac and cheese is a hit or miss with me. I feel like I'm just not very picky about mac and cheese. I just like, I don't know. I'm sure there's I wouldn't like. I'm sure there's mac and cheeses that I would be less into, but I don't know. For the most part, I'm a sucker for mac and cheese. Kai knows this. He makes fun of me for it. Not actually, but like kind of. I spent way too much time on that handle, and somehow I still am not that satisfied with it. That works. Yeah, we'll roll with it. Sometimes the cheese sucks, or sometimes the noodles suck. Or like if the cheese is like really watery. Yeah, that's fair. This doesn't feel right. It's very pear-shaped, but it's hard to get it like symmetrical looking. Like, I know it's kind of an angle, but it's like a symmetrical rounded shape, so it should still kind of... I missed the beep beep. I'll just have Kai sit outside the door and beep beep every 21 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's about how frequent it was. You know what else? I got water before stream. I just put it right here by my table. And I was chilling in here, and then Kai came in to chat for a bit. I didn't realize he drank all the water and then left. I was like, damn. Rude. For me personally, Kraft mac and cheese sauce has that good consistency of runny sauce, but the cheese taste sucks. How rude. I know, how rude. To quote Stephanie Tanner from Full House. How rude. Better. What I could do is flip this and use it as a reference. Oops. Kind of around there-ish. Sure, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just kind of getting an idea. Just kind of the general idea. I probably should fix this too, though. I take mac and cheese very seriously, also chicken nuggets. I'm not gonna lie, and don't hate me for this, but I've never been a huge fan of chicken nuggets. Like, they're okay. I'll eat them. I'll eat the McDonald's chicken nuggets and stuff, but they're not my favorite thing in the world. Unpopular opinion, I know, but like, I know a lot of people like Dino Nuggies. I don't know, I don't really like them that much. Maybe I should just have this go away. You don't see the appeal of them? Yeah. Like I kind of get it because I feel like chicken nuggets are a very nostalgic food for a lot of people, but I just feel like I'm not one of those people. Even chicken patties are good chicken nuggets. Yeah, I guess a patty could be considered. I guess it depends on how you define like patty versus nugget, because I feel like a patty is like wider. I feel like to be a nugget it has to be like bite-sized. I could pull up that old reference for this, but I'm just gonna guess based on my sketch because I don't want to switch over to that other one. Which I feel like I probably will have to eventually anyways, only because I don't remember what color like each individual part of it was. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Other question is, where does this... That was not the right layer. Because I feel like the lid kind of peeks out a little bit here. I don't know if I'm feeling that. Creating kind of a weird tangent zone, but that's okay. We can work with that. Here, I'll move this so that even when I'm not working on Alma's face, you guys can see it. Although you can't really, it's a side profile, so it's a little hard, but you get the... Oh, I just now realized the hunter, or there is a hunter, in the background of this reference. I was so focused on Alma, I didn't even realize someone was there. Anyways, Alma is the star of this picture, though. We've got our cute nerd girl here, so she'll be there. I will continue. I probably could just keep it on the same layer, but I'll just do the little spout thing on this guy. Sure, good enough. Group these together, and then next we can do the jacket part, which now I'm realizing I'm gonna have to move that reference to see her jacket anyways, but we'll work without it for as long as we can. I know some people like silence, but silence makes me think of all the things that I should be worrying about and stressing about. Which normally leads me to work, but right now I feel like work is kind of a weird, like, simultaneously stressful and not stressful period right now, where I know there's a deadline and I know there's deliverables that I need to work on for that deadline. And at the end of the day, the deliverables themselves are not a lot, but it's a lot of like, I need to wrap my head around stuff that's already been done. I think I got most of the hard stuff done today though, which is nice. Also have to go into the office tomorrow because we're having like a staff appreciation like lunch thing, which was kind of put off because we were gonna have it last week, but then was it last week? Yeah. However, everyone ended up being kind of busy or like had stuff outside of work, and couldn't come in person because a lot of us are like hybrid or like mostly remote. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go in, which kind of sucks because it's supposed to be raining, and I don't really like taking the train when it rains, but it is what it is. It's an excuse to wear my big jacket, and I can hide pepper spray in those pockets. Oh, I love being a woman. Rain go away? Real. I'm fine with rain if I'm inside, but when I have to go out, that's when I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah, I haven't opened Monster Hunter in the last couple of days, to be completely honest, but I am enjoying it. I'm glad we didn't have super bad flooding this year. California. That was pretty stressful. Was it 2 years ago now that we had the really bad flood year? In my head, I'm like, oh, that was like last year, but now I'm thinking about it and wondering if it was 2 years ago. Come on some other day and bring Sammy food. I don't know if I want food that comes from the rain. Rain's pretty acidic. I did a lot of rainwater work when I was in school. So technically, if I did get a job more closely related to, I mean, I'm not like totally unrelated to rainwater, but if I did something like more rainwater related, then in a way rain would be bringing me food because it would be paying the bills. So I want to put that middle seam. I'm not sure if I want to put that like side seam thing like right here. Maybe I will. Give some dimension to this freaking pocket. Oh, another spam message. Crazy. Let's see. That's the edge of it. I do also have my Ko-fi linked. I'm scared when it rains. People don't know how to drive. Me, I'm people. I just drive. I think the worst driving experience I had in the rain was one time when we were living at our old apartment, and I would kind of drive against most of the morning traffic because I was going to the train station and not to the freeway. But like the glares from the water were really bad, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally guessing where the lane markers are because I couldn't see. So I personally am not a fan of driving in the rain, but I'm also just not a very confident driver to begin with, so there's that. I'm very much a passenger princess. I feel like that's an effect of like getting my license so late too, because I didn't get it till I was like 21. Okay, these seams look really weird. Let's do this again, and then maybe I almost got hit today. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're safe, and I'm glad you didn't get hit. One time I drove in the snow while a thunderstorm was happening in a blizzard, and then a tsunami was hitting the ocean right by the road, and then quad tornadoes was closing in. That sounds like a lot. That is a lot of weather extremes, and I am glad I've never had to deal with that. I'm also glad I don't live somewhere where it snows. I feel like I don't know how to handle like snow conditions. I don't know if this is... Maybe I should do even thinner. Maybe like the reverse stitch this way. It was quite fun actually. Would you consider yourself a thrill seeker? Yeah, not for me. I'm not a fan of weather extremes. I think the biggest thing we have to worry about out here is like earthquakes, but I feel like I haven't had like experienced like a really bad earthquake. My middle school was on a fault line. We had one that like we had to hide under the tables until they called an all clear. And I think our principal at the time was like a young, she was pretty young, and she definitely wasn't from around the area, so she wasn't really sure what to do in the event of an earthquake. The car was doing donuts at the donut store down the road by the donut house. That's a lot of donuts. I like donuts. Donuts are nice. Ooh, donuts sound good. You're making me hungry. I do still have half the sandwich from lunchtime. I'll probably eat that later though. Yeah, we had our sandwiches and we had a milkshake too, which was actually pretty good, but I do wish we didn't have to wait 25 minutes to get it. Oh, I forgot that was the same layer. Okay, that's fine. We'll roll with this. Boo! Hi, Junior. I just saw you in. Was it Stella's chat? I feel like I see you in a lot of people's chats. I think it was Stella's that I was just at. How are you doing, Junior? Yeah, you and Blanket were both over there. I like the Boston cream donuts because donuts with cream and chocolate. Ooh, yeah. I feel like my favorite donut always varies, but you can never. I feel like the safe bets for me are like old fashioned and donut holes, because I like the little like bite sizedness of donut holes, but also old fashioned donuts, like they're like crunchy, like they're crispy crunchy. I'm a Stella mod, so I'm there automatically. Yeah, that's fair. It was Stella, yeah? Yeah. I'm good. I was sharing earlier that we picked up our wedding bands, me and Kai, so I'm very... It feels weird. I'm wearing it because we're supposed to be like, you know, quote unquote, trying it out, seeing how it feels, seeing if we like the style and stuff. I got banned by Stella, so I'm there sometimes. That's crazy. And farming channel points in Stella's channel. Yeah. I've been trying to like lurk a little more in people's chats, because having channel points is nice. They always have fun redeems and such. Yeah. I'm at 703.9k channel points. That's insane. Oh my gosh, what's her most expensive redeem? Like, what's her most expensive thing? Yeah. Last night I was giving the whole channel point thing a thought because I realized that a lot of the harder like affiliate qualifications I've already kind of met, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to start thinking about that stuff. I didn't think it would happen this fast, but yeah, here I am. Like, I know most people struggle the most with like the 50 followers, but I have the weird scenario of having started streaming after 50 followers, and honestly I was scared that I would start streaming and people would be like, oh, who the heck is this? I don't remember following them, and then they would unfollow. But yeah, affiliate's easy when you have friends to stop by. Yeah. It helps that I've been like a serial lurker in people's chats for a long time. But yeah. Kai has made a surprise appearance. Okay, thank you for that. Affiliate took me about a month and a half to reach. That's pretty good, I feel like. I feel like some people grind for affiliate for like really long time. Like it's not easy. I feel like I'm not allowed to say that, but I feel like the networking part is the big thing. I can't remember which stream I followed you in. It was either Kai or Vanilla's stream. Yeah, probably. I feel like a lot of people here are either from Kai's, Vanilla's, or I think recently, I think after my first stream, I rated Eggy, and Eggy's someone that I think has a really strong community. Like she's really good at the community building stuff. And so I had a surprising number of people like follow from there. But I've also done a lot of like art stuff for Eggy. Kind of paused here because I'm realizing the handle does not look right at all. Like, so I'm looking at this, and I feel like if we follow the curve of this, it should be. Here, I'll do it in a different color. We're kind of looking more like around here is where it should connect. So it should kind of curve like this. And I don't know, depending on the perspective, maybe like this part kind of overlaps. I know this doesn't look very good to anyone else, but it makes sense to me. So I'm gonna maybe something like that. Although the way I have it here, maybe it should be like pew, pew, like that. Okay, I have a vision on how to fix this. Maybe I'll pull this out a little more too. Let's see how to fix this. I'm gonna warp the heck out of this. Do we see the vision maybe? I almost feel like this should be like this, and then maybe the string can come down a little more. Okay, I think I see where we're going with this now. I'm from Anju. I'm different. Oh, true, because Anju was hanging out with, or not hanging out, but like in either Kai or Vanilla's chat, one of them, and then you were friends with Anju. I miss Anju. I feel like we haven't seen him in so long. Beep beep. Thank you for the routine beep beep check. We'll start sound alerts and there'll be a smoke detector sound. No, I wouldn't do that to myself. Alright, got a lot of chicken scratch all over this, but it's kind of helping me a little bit. Ooh, I'm not sure if I'm feeling that actually. Let's go like this. What the heck is... Oh, okay, I should put this under. Okay, that helps. Oh man, I made a whole mess here. You just need a DM Anju? I should. I feel like I haven't DM'd him in a while. I DM'd him like... The only time I specifically remember DMing him was when I sent him some birthday art I did. I drew Anju for his birthday, and I think that same year I drew you in a box for your blanket box. That might have been the last time I like talked to him like one-on-one. That or maybe a stream or something, because I think I did talk to him since streaming, but or since sending him that. What was I saying? He's streamed since... Whoa! Eggy! Hello! My favorite streamer! Hello, Eggy! How are you? I'm drawing Alma, except I'm kind of struggling with this little picture thing that she's got hanging off her bag, which isn't even in this reference that I pulled up, but yeah. Hi, Egg. How are you? Wow, Kai, I know. Yeah, how was SAP today? Kai was telling me about your SAP stream. I was like, oh my gosh, I missed it. Also, Sammy just mentioned you. Yeah, I've been telling them how much I really like your community. I'm like a serial lurker in Eggy's chat. I lost, but we alive. That's all that matters. You survived. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that though. Yeah, I'm like struggling with this a little bit, but I think I finally got this figured out. Yeah. How's your day been other than sap and stuff? It's been raining quite a bit today where we are, which felt like it came out of nowhere, but maybe it's also because I haven't been outside in the last few days. My egg senses were tingling. I summoned in. True. The egg telepathy. Telepathy, is that a thing? Yeah, it was rainy. Yeah, Kai and I picked up our wedding bands, which I feel like I've told everyone that's come in, but it's very exciting. And so we're like wearing it as like a trial period because they're like, oh, make sure it fits and it feels fine and stuff. But I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so real. Like I feel like I shouldn't be wearing this yet. But yeah. Kai also, within like 2 seconds of putting the ring on, we were like, he was literally still driving and he dropped it. And I like looked away for a second because I was literally in the process of putting my ring on. And in that time, I heard a little thump and see him scrambling out of the corner of my eye. Again, while we're stopped at a red light, and he's like just bent over, and I'm like, what just happened? He's like, I dropped my ring. I was testing the fit. Yeah. And I don't think it quite worked out that time. OMG, it's Hello Eggy, my neighbor back in 2010 who we raided Kai's fridge back in our college days. That's quite the backstory. Average Kai Hane moment. True, very true. He was also playing, he called his sister earlier because he was, again, very excited about this ring. And he started playing catch with it. And I was like, you are gonna drop it. Like, you're gonna lose it before the wedding and it's gonna stress me out. Oh yes, totally. We go way back. That's probably one of my favorite emotes is the actually. After you drew the Sammy actually, I showed all my siblings because I was so amused by it. Yeah, we're gonna start taking bets on how long we think it'll take Kai to lose the wedding band. Did you know me and Sammy went to the same elementary school? Did we now? What elementary school was it? I forget. 8.6 days. Actually, yeah, I did love it that much. It's very cute. I don't know, I really liked it. I was flattered that it turned into something so silly and so I don't know. I like it. I should print it out and hang it on our tree this year. I say that, but we didn't actually have a tree this year. At least in the apartment. My parents did. Maybe I'll print it out and put it on my parents' tree. Kaiju South Shore Elementary School for kids who like mac and cheese. You're right, I do like mac and cheese. It's looking a little better. It's really thick, but I feel like I'm just gonna make everything really thick later anyway, so that should be fine. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I see what happened. There we go. Much better. I had a tree for Christmas. It had my ugly face back in 2005. Oh yeah, my mom loves keeping like the like craft ornaments that we did in elementary school where they'll like print out your school picture and then they like you like decorate around it and stuff. I went to a school by a South Shore. Same. I went to that same school. I had like 3 classes with Vanilla Mochi and he doesn't remember any of them. I almost died in one of those classes and he didn't notice. I had an allergic reaction, which, fun fact, Eggy has the same allergy to cashews as me. Um, you actually did, though. True, yeah. Yeah, I had an allergic reaction in a class that I had with vanilla mochi. Um, and I'm actually kind of glad that you didn't notice it because I was worried that I was making a scene because we were literally about to have like a pop quiz. And like right before this, we had like a longer like break period. So one of my friends had kale chips. Um, and the kale chips apparently were made with like nut oils, like specifically cashew oils, which I didn't know was a thing. I didn't know cashew oils were used for things like kale chips, but apparently they were for these kale chips. And so I went to class and then immediately was like, my face is feeling weirdly like tight and itchy, which sounds really weird, but like that's the best way to describe it. And I didn't know how else to check because we were like, again, class had started and we were about to take a quiz. And so I pulled up my phone and I like opened Snapchat or something and looked at myself in the camera and I was like, oh shoot, I'm getting some pretty gnarly hives right now. And that was probably, until my most recent allergic reaction, that was probably one of my worst reactions, partially because I was sent to the nurse's office, but the nurse was like, oh, since you don't have like Benadryl like registered under your name with me here, I can't technically give you Benadryl, but we can call your parents. And I was like, okay, my parents work like maybe 15-20 minutes away, and we tried to call them and they were both in meetings, so we had to wait for them to call back. And I was like, there's a CVS right across the street from like very, very close to the school. Can I just run over there and grab some Benadryl? And she's like, oh, but like once you're checked in, I technically can't dismiss you unless a parent comes and like picks you up, which was really stupid because our school had off-campus lunch. So if I had waited through the class period until lunch started, I could have just gone on my own to get Benadryl. But instead, I had checked in and we sat for like an hour and a half because my parents had to like my mom called back maybe like 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes later, and then what happened? And then she went and picked up Benadryl on her way to get me. So it was like almost 2 hours before she got to the school. And in that time, lunch had started. So people were literally leaving school for lunch. And I was like, I should have just stayed in class, dealt with the allergic reaction, and then gotten Benadryl on my own. And I would have been able to get it before I ended up getting it. I have an allergy to stupidity. That's valid. I feel like a lot of people do react quite not so great to stupidity. I like to think I'm a patient person, but everyone has their limits. I went to a school closer to Canada than Olympia. I can't believe I've known you since sophomore year. Oh yeah, sophomore year. Yeah, I was gonna say we had English class, but that was sophomore year English. Yeah. I was the quiet kid in the front, and Vanilla Mochi was the quiet kid in the back. I don't know if I would have called you a quiet kid, though. You were like... I was kind of intimidated by you. Not like that intimidated, but like... I don't know, I just assumed you were like... typical football player kind of guy, you know? Yeah, if you told me back in sophomore year that we would be friends like this, I would not believe it. What the heck? Everybody I talked to from that class after I graduated said like the same thing. Cause like, I didn't know anything about you aside from the fact that you played football. And like, otherwise, like, you didn't like talk much in class. So it's like, I don't know. I won't say you had like resting bitch face, but like you definitely had this vibe where you kind of just looked displeased a lot, I think. Not in like the worst way, but like you just seemed like someone who would kind of like be confused if like I talked to you out of the blue. To be fair, I was very displeased in that class. Yeah, I think most of that class was. That teacher was really interesting. Kind of creepy. He used to call my mom every day. I had a friend who would show up to that class late pretty regularly, which was funny because she lived across the street from the school. So it was probably she probably had the easiest commute out of everyone in there, and she still showed up late, but she would show up like a couple minutes late. And so he started calling home being like, oh, her tardiness, he put it on her progress report, tardiness affects class performance. And she was like, what do you mean? I missed like 30 seconds of class. You're still introducing stuff, like we're still saying good morning. My crush was in that class. Ooh, who was it? You don't have to say, but who was it? I'm curious. I spent way too much time on this freaking jug. What else we got? Do I want to work on the details on her jacket? I feel like a lot of this I'll just do in the coloring phase. Like I don't necessarily want to line all of it out. There's like this little like part at the bottom, but like it's kind of mostly covered by the pocket and the jug. Like, it would kind of be like that maybe. Oh, it does continue this. Oh, I see what I did. I kind of connected it here. Is it accurate? I don't know, but it's what we call good enough. The Vanilla Crush. I'm 1000% sure I've told this essay of a story of cringe. I don't know if I remember it, honestly. And I feel like I would have. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can stream and talk about it. Oh, speaking of that, you said you wanted to stream together and draw Psyduck. To draw Viet Beast as Psyduck. When you want to do that? Because I'm down. You can finally use the art tablet that I gave you. Psyduck, yeah! We're gonna draw you. How long has it been since I gave you that art tablet? We have to be coming on like 3 years, I feel like. I also feel like to this day I don't know when your like stream anniversary is. My only semblance of like when it might be is the fact that it comes up on Snap Memories from when I was rigging it and I was sending you like some progress stuff through Snapchat. Gaslighting Vanilla 101. There is no gaslighting. Of course. No gaslighting here. There's a lot of seams on her jacket. Let's just stick with that for now. I was struggling so much with this pose. This is I don't know if you don't follow me on Twitter, I tweeted about how I was squatting in front of a mirror for 15 minutes trying to like sketch out a pose because I'm not very good at anatomy right now. But yeah, that was about this. I was basically sitting like this. Instead of a notebook, I had my iPad. And I was like fidgeting with the angles and trying to like figure out where my legs should go and stuff like that. But one day I will learn proper anatomy. It is something I want to get better at instead of just guessing and then moving things around until it looks good enough. I keep forgetting I have Magic the Gathering cards on my desk while looking at them on my desk. I do that all the time. I'll like be looking like right at my phone or something and be like, where did I put my phone? Or like the worst is when you're like using your phone and you think you lost your phone. I used to do that with my glasses, except I'm way too blind without my glasses now, so I definitely notice the difference between whether they're on my face and when they're not. My most recent eye exam, actually, and this is in part my fault because I've gotten my eyes checked, but I haven't gotten new glasses every time I get them checked. Uh, but the most recent time I did get new glasses, and my prescription had changed so much from my old glasses that he was like, I'm actually going to bring your eyeglass prescription down by like 0.25 in each eye just so that it's not too strong for you. um yeah, because now I'm at -7 in my right eye and -6 in my left. Yeah, and at first I was like, man, you should just bump it all the way up and like, just fix my eyes. Not fix my eyes, but like just to see. But even this one, the first like 2 days, I was like, oh wow, my head does hurt. He was right to not full send me all the way to the -7 and -6 eyeglasses. I'm still not sure if so there's these like holes or something in her shoes, and I'm still not sure if they're holes or if they're just like different colored leather. Because like for the type of work she's doing, I wouldn't want holes in my shoes. Like we're running around in the swamp and the forest and stuff, like I wouldn't want that on my bare feet. Oh no, I've been too distracted by my phone and I lost my phone. A minute later, wait, yeah, exactly that. I feel like Kai does that quite a bit. Or like with his like wallet or keys, he be losing stuff. He lost my keys the other day. Like, he was looking for his car keys because he had to go somewhere. I can't remember where. This was like maybe a couple weeks ago, actually. After a while, he was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just take your keys and I'll take your car to go wherever." I was like, "Sure, yeah, that's fine." He goes, "So where are your keys?" And I thought about it and I was like, "Wait, you drove my car last, so you had my keys last." And he's like, "Oh shit." So then he was looking for that. And then somewhere in that time, he found his keys. And he was like, "Cool, I'll just take my car." But then while he was looking for his keys, he lost his wallet because he had put it down to look for his keys. So then he had to look for that. Why am I being tattled on? I don't. Well, why did I bring? Oh, we were talking about losing things in obvious places. And that's just what I thought of. Unfortunately, a lot of my life stories involve you because I spend most of my time with you. Loser. Kihane. That's what I'm gonna label it. We'll get a label maker. We'll label it Kihane. That's like my favorite like thing is when people get a label maker and they get really excited and start labeling everything. Like I feel like that's like a stereotypical like dad thing. Like they get a label maker and they're like, "Ooh, yeah, we're gonna be so organized." Because when my dad got his label maker, he was labeling drawers, like appliances, like all sorts of stuff. Actually, the calculator that I still use for work, it has a label on the back of it with my name on it. This is from like when I was in 6th grade, so this is probably really, oh my gosh, that's old. Oh, I'm old. Don't you have an AirTag in your wallet? Yeah, we found out today when he was looking for his wallet, the AirTag died. Like literally earlier today. Because he does have an AirTag in it. I didn't know those things, like, I mean, it makes sense that they die, but like, I feel like we just put that in. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that the pages are a little wrinkly, but not too wrinkly. And as someone who has done a lot of field work where I bring paper out onto the field, I know exactly what that texture's like. I don't know why, I really like the texture of like used like really wrinkly paper. Like it either has to be like super smooth, like flawless, no wrinkles, or like just super, super wrinkly. Like, it's just kind of satisfying. I used to intern at a place when I was in school that dealt with a lot of soil. Um, Literally a soils engineering place. And those data sheets were really satisfying. They're like crinkly. Not many people would think that about soil like covered paper, I feel like, but I don't know. It's calculator due. Yep. That's exactly what it says. It says calculator due. Let's see. I don't need too many pages. I don't know how I feel about drawing all the individual pages. Because if I do that, I definitely think I should use a thinner... Well, I guess it'll be offset if I'm making all the rest of the line art thicker, though. So maybe this is okay. I'll put some tabs, though. Maybe on a separate layer. Oh, actually, no. I already have this on a separate layer. Okay. I'll put a few flags. Things sticking out. Maybe like something like that. I don't know. I just feel like I should like... No. How do I want to do this? Maybe I'll leave it at that. Because she's got so much stuff in it, and I feel like I'm not quite capturing that. Here, let me... Okay, we'll do one page like this, and maybe we can like color it as a few pages. I'll draw something kind of sticking out like this. I'll draw another page. How's it going? Hi, Lee. Fear Magento. How are you? I've been having way too much fun playing Rivals. Ooh, yeah. I don't play Rivals, but I have been watching a lot of people play Rivals. Vanilla, are you on Monster Hunter Wilds? Says Kai Hane. I think Kai wants to play. If you're still here, Vanilla. Yes, sir.
Okay.
He says yes, sir.
Otherwise, I'm gonna make dinner.
Oh, okay.
Are you hungry? How long are you gonna stream for?
I don't know.
Otherwise, I'll just make you a snack and bring it in.
Because I have my sandwich too, so I could just eat that.
Okay. Yeah, that's good then. Then I'll
But
make food.
Okay.
Enough for you two.
Okay.
And then you can just eat whatever. I'll bring it in for you. Yeah.
Thanks. Reminder that all of you are cool. Thanks, Junior. You're cool too. I think all of you are very cool. You're all cool because you're here watching me. Keeping me company. Just kind of feel like I'm throwing random shapes on here now. I'm also not sure if I'm feeling this thing that I have, but like, just got a bookmark. I don't know what this thing is. It's like a... I feel like it's supposed to look like it's made out of like monster stuff. But it almost looks like little booklets within the booklets, if that makes sense. Like, there's like a whole separate spine here. Yeah, we can do it like this. I may be from Eggy's community. Yeah, I do recognize you from Eggy's community. I've been raving about Eggy a lot because I really like Eggy's community. Eggy and the Egglings are very fun and very welcoming. And I can only hope to be half as cool as that. But yeah, Alma cute, agreed. That's why we're here. I didn't notice till earlier that someone was here, that there was a whole hunter behind Alma, because, you know, Alma is obviously the star of this. But yeah. I feel like I should not be struggling with her notebook as much as I am. But I think it's just like a result of like just overthinking this. This is coming along a lot better than what I had last time I was streaming this. Yeah, we'll roll with that. Yeah. Lee, we were talking about yeah, oh yeah. I've been yapping too much about Eggy, I think. It's coming off as parasocial, I think. I think I should but I really do like Eggy's one of my favorite like streams to lurk in, I think. Yeah, we'll call that good enough for the booklet, for her journal. Man, I did all that because I was trying to do the leg, because that should be behind all this. I may at some point switch to the other reference image that I have for Alma, because that definitely has more like of the information I need. This one I pulled up because it had a better angle of the side of her backpack. At least that's what I thought before I realized that the monster's like clipping into the bag. But yeah, let's see. This does have a better view of like this like knee guard that she's got though. So many things that you like otherwise wouldn't notice. Like if I wasn't drawing it, I wouldn't notice that she had a knee guard. I'm busy looking at her face. I feel so much more productive without the smoke detector beeping in the background. Time to speed run 8 games in a series, because why not? I only play like 2 or 3 of them for Monster Hunter. I've only played this and Monster Hunter Rise, which actually, fun fact, is the game that I introduced Kai and Vanilla to each other. Because, you know, up until then, Vanilla was honestly just some guy that I had a class with in high school. Because we were in like this video editing class. And somehow it came up that we were both playing Monster Hunter Rise. And so we were like, hey, we should play together. And one thing led to another, and before you know it, it's 2025, and the two of them are my VTuber kids. We hung out before well, we hung out, but you didn't hang out with Kai before that, did you? Did you? Wait, am I misremembering that? Because the only thing I remember before that, actually, there was the time. Yeah, no, we hung out before that. You and me hung out before that. I think Kai, that was your first time hanging out with Kai, but you did interact with Kai before, because there was one time that you asked for his number, and you know, at this point, the two of you were strangers, and then you called him and you serenaded him. He didn't even say anything, and you just hung up. But yeah. V children, yeah, exactly. My V children. It feels weird saying that though, because like I'm marrying Kai, and so now I'm like, I'm marrying my V child. Like that sounds weird. But yeah, I don't know if there's other names that people use for like the people that they make VTuber models for. V creator. Be child and be husband, yeah. Vanilla, you're my groomsman because you're the reason that my ex got exposed. Wait, what? What does that mean? I feel like these pants aren't pants. Alright. Sure, we'll work with that. She was lying, you remember? Wait, I don't know what. I don't know what you're talking about either. She was. Oh, no, I do remember what you were talking about. There was one time that I was hanging out with Vanilla and a bunch of friends, and one of our other friends had my phone and randomly started like Facebook messaging, Kai's ex, except they weren't not together. Like they were still dating, and then we found out like years later. We found out that she had told Kai that her phone had died and like she didn't want to text or whatever anymore. So she's like, "Oh, sorry, my phone died. Can't talk anymore." And I don't even know how we figured out that it was that specific night, but we were like looking back at messages. He was like, "Oh, why were you messaging my ex?" And I was like, "Oh, we were like talking." Oh, right, it was Christmas Eve. Yeah, and she said she couldn't talk because her phone died, but she was messaging me / my friend through my phone. Kai, where are you? I think Kai said he might make dinner unless you're gonna eat real quick. Yeah. How quick is real quick? Okay. Yeah, all my shoes are kind of funky. I also don't feel like I drew that well. Like, I feel like this strap should just go along the pants, like, line, if that makes sense. Sure. Oops. I don't know. I just think these are weird shoes in general. You know what? I think I forgot that was all in one layer. I think the problem is these don't come to a very good point. Kai Han, are we getting repo? I keep seeing a lot about repo. I'm not usually a big fan of scary games, but I have been curious. You guys should play. Man, remember content warning? For the content! I'm secretly trying to drag Kai out of his hiatus. I'm scared. Me too. I'll watch people play, but... Hello. Oh, sure. Unless you want to eat together. Okay.
Sammy taught me 60 foot.
Hey, stop that. Man, I miss playing games with y'all. We can keep playing games. We were playing Monster... Well, actually, okay, I will admit, I haven't played Monster Hunter in the last few days, but Yeah, you guys should stream again. We can play together. Man, this shoe does not look right. Okay, give me 1 second. I am gonna switch to the other reference because I need to see her shoes. I have too many pictures of my cat on my iPad. Where was it? Where's Alma? Where's my lovely picture of Alma? I think I've gone too far. There you are. Okay. Let's switch this back. Alma. Woohoo. Okay. Oh, that's not a great picture of her feet either. Like, I think maybe that's not the worst. I mean, this like circle thing is definitely off, but maybe this part should be pulled back a little more, like maybe people won't pay attention to her feet. Can I trust y'all to behave and pay no mind to Alma's feet?
Feet!
Hey, I just said not to pay attention to her feet.
Oh, my bad. I'll bring in some paper towels.
Thank you. Why are you so good at drawing feet? You're a fake. Oh wait.
Excuse me?
I'm not a gamer anymore. Why are you so good at drawing feet? I'm really not. I remember there was one time, like, social media algorithms were algorithming because I made a post about how like I need to get better at drawing feet, and then suddenly a big old like viral foot drawing tutorial came up on my feed, and I was like, dang, they're listening. They know. Maybe her. I feel like her heel should stick out a little more. Feet, Kaione. They know. Yes, sir, Junior. You know the vibes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not here for feet. We're here for Alma. Okay, this is not a good look. Hold up. Here, I'm zooming away from her feet. We're looking at Alma's face. Look at that face. Look at that face. We're not here for your feet. We're here for your face. Except right now, I am here for your feet. So, yeah. I think I want to pull her heel out a little bit. I should have kept that so I knew where it was before. But this is such a tiny difference that literally no one's going to pay attention to. But... shoot. Alright. Those were some feet. Those are feet, alright. I never have like a good like process. Like I never do things in order the way I feel like I should. Let's just put all this together. Why not? Put these together. I should put her hand probably behind the notebook here. trying to think, like, I hold my pencil. I mean, you kind of just have like your knuckles, right? Kind of got something like this. And then let's just put this like pencil thing, which there was a reference for on the other picture, but sure enough, I never have the right one open. I should have just put them on a little collage and like reference that together, or just put it onto this drawing, but whatever. I've got this pencil thing, and sometimes you get like a little thumb peeking out from here, but I don't think this angle would really show the thumb, so we'll skip that. I love you. Oh, I rove you. I rove you. Are you gonna draw Gemma? Maybe. See, the problem, I feel like, is that my original intention was to draw Alma, right? And because I'm drawing Alma, I'm like, oh, I should also draw Gemma. But because, like I have this bad habit of, like, there's the original thing that I wanted to draw. And, like, so I have, like, this whole vision, and I think a lot about it. But then if I want to make it a series, then, like, anything that comes after the thing comes out not as good. Like, I want it to come out as good, but I've already put so much thought into, like, the original thing that I'm like, can I do any subsequent things justice? I don't know. No Psyduck? I do want to draw Psyduck. If Vanilla Mochi wants to draw Psyduck together, it depends on when he's ready to do that, but if not, I will just draw Psyduck on my own, because I do really want to draw Psyduck. I have a vision of Psyduck. Where? So, wait, where is? Somewhere in here is the jacket. Okay. I think this part I'm just gonna put on a different layer so I can put it behind the notebook and stuff, which is this one, right? Yeah, okay. Which I normally wouldn't worry too much about, except I like to kind of color the line art sometimes, so then that's where it does start to matter. I'll draw Psyduck too. All three of us? All three of us draw Psyduck? We finally gonna get that art stream? Real? See? Oh, yes, yes. Tell me when. Tell me when you guys want to do it, because obviously I am down whenever. Pick a day. Tomorrow? Friday? I don't know about tomorrow. I'm gonna be back kind of late tomorrow because I'm going into the office. Let's see. Behind here will be the backpack, like, strap thing. I don't like how it, like, sometimes just changes from the brush to the eraser. I know it's some kind of, like, touch gesture on, like, the pen or something, but next year, no, that's too long. We've already waited 3 years for a Vanilla Mochi art stream. He's had that art tablet for so long. Oh, I don't really like. Let's see. Let's go like, because it would go. That means right at the finger though. We do not like tangents, no sir. Tuck it in this way. Sure, we'll put it here. I'm not a huge fan of that. I could pull the hand out a little bit. Maybe I'll do that. Wherever I put the hand. I don't label anything, which I really should. It is, oh, it's right here. Like this? Yeah, that works. And then I'll just fill this part back in. I'll just erase it. There we go. See, notice how I asked when they want to do the art stream and then they disappeared? Oh. They hate me. I don't know what this was, but I'm gonna put it anyways. It's like a pocket or something. Well, I guess like there's kind of fabric and stuff sticking out, so we'll include it. Give her some texture. Bye, honey. The vanilla nochi. Real. They're just ditching me. It's coming along. I'm gonna struggle with this hand. I already know it. I'm tempted to take a picture of my hand and just like throw it in there. For now, let's just work on other parts of it. Let's see. It's gonna put this as like a misc in the back, kind of. I'll borrow this layer. We'll try to save some layers. And she's got this cute little necklace. Let's put her right here. Yeah, that's fine. It kind of reminds me of the necklace in Castle in the Sky. That's probably one of my favorite Ghiblis. Her magical little necklace, and then the cute robot guys. I have a Castle in the Sky artboard puzzle on my wall. I have that one, and I have Kiki's Delivery Service. I want to do more of those. I like puzzles. Well, anyways. Do I sound weird? Kai came in and asked if I had something on. Hello? Hello, hello? Okay. Oh, I think Kai's computer is broken. He came in and asked if I had a voice changer on, and I was like, I don't even know how to do that. Man, you would think this is such a simple shape, and it's just not shaping. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Sounds good to me. What the heck? Yeah, it's my usual annoying voice. You know, my dad one time was saying, he was talking about me and my siblings' voices and stuff, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you have your great grandma's voice. You sound like ha 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 ha." I was like, "Really, Dad? That's how you hear me?" It was humbling. Is that what I sound like, Kai? back of her neck is not. I don't know, something feels weird about it. Can I remember where I put her neck? Here, probably. Here, probably. Like, I'm almost feeling like her neck should kind of taper back a little bit more. Sure, but let me do that cleaner. Yeah, why not? Because, like, it goes back and, like, her back kind of comes down here. So, yeah. Oh, let's do her braid. I've been waiting to do this. It'll be, oh my gosh, there's so, oh wow, there's a lot of layers. Oh my gosh. Okay. Put it behind this. I'll put this and her backpack. Actually, her backpack should be with like the picture, but let's see. Boom. 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 She's got like her hair tie, which also is something that was more visible on that other angle, is more like a little wrap thing, which I think is kind of interesting. I should make it a little bit shorter. And the end of her hair. Boop. Alright, there we go. We got her nice braid. And then it's the backpack and then the much dreaded hand. Not looking forward to that. But it's gotta happen, so we will do that. You know what else I could do is just move on to the background, come to the hand last, but no, it's gotta happen eventually, so yeah. Yeah, I'll just put the backpack here. The other reference shows that a little better. I'll keep this. I'll keep working with this. It's a backpack. How hard can it be? I've got this pocket. The pocket ends like here. And I just had a little more space for like the rest of the bottom of the backpack. But the pocket also comes in here. I feel like her jacket should also come in a little more, or be more visible. Like comes maybe like this. Hold on. Like that, if anything. I don't like that. But if we do make it thicker later, then I guess it will be visible. But we can... I'll just do it now. Set a bit of a precedent of how thick we want the line art later. Yeah, it's looking confusing now, but it'll come together. That's what I always tell myself when I'm not feeling it. Well, I guess not always, but this also kind of has a seam. Oh, you know what else? I missed the other. Well, I have all these details. There's the backpack strap and there's the little like hook thing she has on her arm. seems here, but it was kind of arbitrary, but we'll do it anyways. It would be cool to do Gemma too. I know there's lots of Gemma lovers. I love Gemma too. They're both very cute. Well, Alma's cute. Gemma's like pretty. If that, yeah. Well, I guess they're both kind of pretty, I think. I don't know. They're like different kinds of pretty, I think. I feel like the people I know who play Monster Hunter are pretty torn between Alma, or pretty evenly split between Alma and Gemma. I think it's hard to pick. Alma. Yeah. I think I like part of why I lean towards Alma a little bit is because she's with you like all the time. But at the same time it kind of makes Gemma like also like you don't see her as much, but then like I don't know. I will say that shirt that Gemma wears looks good on her. I also like Gemma's hair. And I think her face is also like it feels more realistic in a way, like when she's forging stuff and they've got her like sweat and everything, which sounds weird, but like it's kind of refreshing to see, I think. I also like the way she like hums when she's making stuff. Let's see, this is more of a this should go behind all of this, I think. From here it's kind of like a seam, but I am gonna draw it anyways. Oh wait, it's kind of just rounded. And probably on top of this, I'll do the backpack strap. Somewhere over here. That's on top of that. Under here we can get rid of these. There we go. And technically that seam though does keep going. Howdy all my fellas. Hello Smorphus. How are you? Welcome in. We're just drawing Alma from Monster Hunter because she's very cute and I love her very much. She's I don't know, I like her character and I like her character design, and I really like the part where she's like when you're like saving the palicos and you're kind of running after her and she's like rushing the little palicos away. Very, very cute moment. Yeah, day one of this was rudely interrupted by the smoke detectors, but we're back on it. See, I drew little wrinkles in this, but technically it's not really that wrinkled right here. Like it should just... I do like the idea of having it kind of textured, but I don't want to do it for the sake of just having texture, you know? Like I want it to have a reason. And sometimes there just isn't one, and that's okay. I think if I'm gonna do that though, maybe her sleeve should kind of wrinkle down, like kind of follow where her arm actually meets, like, because it would be somewhere out here. Got little folds and such, but how do I want to do this? Maybe like that. And then I can, I will use a separate layer just for the heck of it. Drawing some Undertale art. Ooh, that sounds fun. How's that going? That does sound very cool. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm not very good at, what do you call it? Anatomy. So a lot of this was sketched out just like me in front of a mirror. Like I was just kind of using that as a reference. And it's something that I do want to get better at, but in the meantime, working with what I got, which is just my eyeballs and a knack for guessing. Yeah. One thing I am dreading is this other hand. Normally I try to get it all fleshed out in the sketch, but this time we kind of went through it kind of fast. Or faster than I normally would have. But, yeah, we'll give it a try. I also am using like 100 layers and none of them are named, so it's taking me a moment to find things. As far as this initial line art though, I think it might be time to try to tackle that hand. Drawing tutorial. Very cool. Where did I put that notebook? I really should name these. But surprise, surprise, I'm not naming my layers. The only time I feel like I name my layers is when I'm animating things, and even then, I label it like I name it 1, 2, 3, like just for the just for the frames. That, and if I'm gonna rig something. Which, speaking of which, I do have my art file for my model that I actually technically drew probably like a year and a half ago now. I think there's still a few things that I want to like touch up on that before I rig it, but that is something I would like to do eventually. I am not really sure if I'm feeling this hand at all. It could be worse, whatever. I'm not really digging this one. Okay, let's see. Let's just try to guesstimate where I actually want this. Maybe something like that works. I don't like keeping it after I warp it. I know like it's not too bad, but every little transformation causes just slight pixelation that like even though I know no one's gonna see it, like I'm just way too aware of it. Knuckles. Got one more finger here. And just for now, I will just fill it in like this to see how it looks. Let's turn off the Let's turn off a few of these layers actually. You know, that's not terrible. It's a little bit lumpy, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's see if... I think the main thing that's throwing me off is how lumpy these knuckles are. So maybe if I just kind of mellow it out a little bit. I'm not hating that, which is kind of surprising. I really thought I'd be spending like way more time on that. Like, considering how much time I spent on the freaking jug earlier. I mean, it's definitely not perfect, but it's a hand. That's a hand. And I can just like... Maybe I'll make a mask on this. That way it's erased, but like I can always put it back. In the meantime, she could use a sleeve. Maybe that'll also like help this out a bit. Oh yeah, and she's got her like glove thing, so maybe... Ooh, yeah, maybe that'll make it look a little bit more acceptable. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate that, and sometimes that's all you can ask for. That's like pretty much the gist of the Alma, like, at least the baseline art. And I think from here I can just start cleaning it up, making some parts a little thicker. Yeah, okay, I think I can turn that layer off. Yeah, okay, let's go from here. We'll just work down the line of layers that we have. Do I want to give her more eyelash? Where's that? Right here. Let's see, we could go like just a little bit. Boop. She does have noticeable lashes. Okay. Sure, why not? Okay. I think I will make the part of her hair that faces her face a little bit thicker. That's always a good start. Usually what I do is I just like thicken up like parts that like that I would consider needing more separation, just for a little bit of emphasis. Kind of similar to when you do emotes, because with emotes you look at them from afar, right? So you want to draw more attention to like the overall shapes, so that when you like zoom out you can still kind of tell what it is. So that's kind of, I feel like, something that I started applying to like my bigger drawings and such. Because like, for example, if you're like browsing on like Instagram or something, you're most likely, if it's not on your feed, you're gonna see it in like a tiny little like explore page block. So you're kind of looking at it smaller from like almost like a distance. It's kind of like similar to when you're like kind of scrolling really fast, like catches your eye more if you can make out what it is immediately. It's like a fine balance between making the line art thicker but also keeping the thickness consistent along the line. Speaking of emotes, I might be needing those soon. That's scary to think about. I've done so many emotes for other people that I'm kind of like, man, what do I do for myself? I feel like that's one thing about like having spent a lot of time as like a viewer and a lurker is like I know what emotes I like to use as a viewer. So I feel like that kind of helps. I feel like I'm gonna very quickly run into the problem where I suddenly have the urge to make everything really thick. So I'm trying my best to avoid that. But over here where it's like the edge of Alma, that definitely is something I want to make thicker. Do I want to go so far as to like change like nah, I was gonna say like have some kind of refraction behind her glasses, but not necessary. I will, however, put the other part of this part of her glasses. Maybe I'll make it more like grayish or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll color it later, but okay, hold up. Well, I can put it here. No, I'll put it below the eyes and then actually, yeah, that works. Cool. Should I just skip it all together? No, it does. No, that's fine. I think that makes sense. The more I look at it, the more I feel like her glasses are off, but that's okay. We'll keep going with it for now. Oops. Okay. Oh, I forgot I was literally in the middle of doing this one still. Okay. I feel like this will look better when I come around to her face, but trying not to rush into it too much. Maybe I'll make this a tad bit thinner. I also realized that her braid is kind of cutting into the jacket. There we go. Let's just go ahead to her face first. There's no rules that say we have to do everything in order. I messed something up here. Okay. Smooth out her face a little bit. should do a little more on the top of her hair here. I was debating, but I'd say it's a pretty prominent feature. Deserves some highlighting, like between here and her headband. That's not too thick. Maybe I'll taper this a little bit more. I covered so much of the eyebrow that I think I should either move it or get rid of it. This section empty. It's right here. Okay. Let's just do it like this first. Sure, we'll keep that. We're running into that problem of now I'm making everything too thick, but it just feels like it should be. I think because I made the other side so thick that like I feel like this could just use a little more love. It's getting kind of messy though. Okay, let's do the rest of it and then we can decide if we want to keep that thickness. Okay, that works. Her bandana, which I haven't put the pattern on, but that'll definitely be something that we do when we color it. Yeah, that ended up much thicker than I thought it was, but I'm not mad at it. However, I do think that means I'm gonna make these outer parts a little bit thicker. But that's okay. We just figure it out as we go. This BGM's a little more bouncy than the ones I've been using the last few times. But let me know if you want me to change it. I might change it anyways. Just for the heck of it, just for the sake of changing things. I want to push this a little further since the face line art is now a little bit further out. Yeah. Do I want to make that part thicker? Probably not. Maybe I will, but I'll probably do the rest of it and then see how I feel about it. Is that the right layer? Did I really scroll that far down? I guess I did. I'm like absentmindedly just doing things. We don't think here. I'd probably make these a little thicker though. These are outside lines. Outside lines are thick. Forgot I threw this all in one layer, which is fine, but I could see myself kind of wishing I kept it separate when I colored the line art, but it's not the worst. I don't need Alma here right now, but we're keeping her here for moral support. My emotional support, Alma. Ouch! It's like I'm playing the game. She's just here to help. I wasn't sure how I felt about this touching the pocket, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine, because once we like flesh out the line art, it won't be super tangent looking, I think. I hope. I'm debating eating my sandwich, but like I'm so in focus mode right now. Like I don't want to interrupt this. I don't want to interrupt what we got going on right now.
probably do is finish the line art today and then do kind of like what we did last time, where I come back to like coloring and everything. Technically with the Nikki one, I stopped after like the initial line art and did all this on the second stream too, but I think it would be nice to get this all done. Also, because this one I am trying to do more background stuff, which will be a challenge for me, but yeah, we'll try it. Might make that thicker later, but we'll keep it at that for now. Right, just going down the line of where I have all these layers. And color all. Yeah, we'll color all of it at once, but I don't think we'll get to coloring today. Yeah, we'll probably stop right before coloring, and the next time I stream, then we can dive right into coloring. It's the right layer, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Just making sure. I feel like this part's a little too thick because I got like all rounded for some reason. Is that thickness okay? I'm resisting the urge to make everything even thicker, but it's just gonna turn into a whole thing if I do it that way. Yeah, I'm surprised I got acceptable fingers out as quick as I did. Like, that's an alright hand. Not the best hand in the world, but like she's alright. This. I think goes on top of the book. Oh, but this should technically be behind that other leg, so I'll move this. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, it'll get confusing, but I think that's fine. Okay, this I will just make it thicker out here because I don't want to put too much thick line art between the pages, if that makes sense. Like where it lacks in line art thickness, it makes up for in detail. And I don't think it's a great idea to have both. I mean, you could have both if you have it like throughout all, but yeah, it's definitely not going overboard with detail everywhere. I'll just outline the edges a little more. Okay, maybe a little more than that, only because this is like the edge. This is kind of giving emote style, but I think a lot of my art tends to, nowadays anyways. It's not exactly creased in the middle. Oh, it does have a button there though that I didn't notice before. I'll add that. Button here. It's got a little string in the middle, which I'm gonna add yet another layer, but that's okay. It's like a string and a bead, which I'm just gonna draw this way. I'm not gonna do the whole shebang, but we'll just go like this. And the other side of the button would be under her fingers anyways. I could draw it kind of dangling this way. That is an option. Although if I do the arm later, then it's gonna let's just skip it because I think we're gonna make the arm line art thicker and it's gonna kind of cover that corner anyways. I say later, but I feel like I should have gotten to that already. Oh, I didn't do all of this is why. Okay, that's fine. Let's bundle that together. Yeah, I'll work back up to here. Is that from under here? What was that? It is. Got all these stray little lines that I need to get rid of. I know this, you can turn on gesture controls to just select the layer that you see something on, but most of the time I feel like it gets kind of annoying. And it's not worth it to like turn it on every time, I think. Or every time you need to figure out where the tiny little speck is left on there. Unless you're really struggling to find it. I think I hear Kai dying in Monster Hunter. He's fighting for his life, I think. And instead, I'm here drawing pictures of Alma. I'm making this too raggedy on accident. Like, it's kind of jagged in ways that I don't really want it to be. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I wanted on the hand, which technically I hadn't quite gotten to yet anyways. But I wanted to kind of put that little like sleeve cuff thing. Hello? Like have it kind of like, because right now this is, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of looking like a track jacket. Man, I'm not feeling that sleeve anymore. I think I put too many wrinkles in it is why. Maybe it's not that bad though. Maybe I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I think we're getting into overthinking territory. Okay, I say we'll leave it, but we're not gonna leave it. It's bothering me. I don't even know if that's better or worse, but we'll move on. I don't want to dwell on it too much. I'll only make this a tad bit dark. Did I miss something? Hold up. Oh, I turned this off is why. Okay. Thought I remembered something being there. It's so weird what details you remember when you're like actively drawing something. I am kind of debating making. Oh, yeah, I do kind of like that. But then I would have to make it come around on the other side too, which I'm not, like, that's not a bad thing. I just I'll go like that, and then on the receiving end, wherever that is, this one, kind of do something similar. Yeah, okay, I like that. Okay, what else? Where did we leave off? Backpack strap, these details. This hood needs to be thickified. Oh, where does this end? Oh no, this goes all the way down. Okay. I don't think it needs to be thick all the way down, but I will. Sure. Then we kind of have it here. Try to make this make sense. I think that makes sense. I think this can be shaved down a little bit. I'll change the BGM. I think it's time for a little bit of a change. Let's see.
Sure, we haven't. I don't think we've used that one yet. Okay. It's coming along. She's coming along. Because she's Alma. She comes along all the time. Okay. Let's work our way down. We've got her neck. Also one that I don't think needs to be crazy, but that is gonna affect the necklace though. Which I'm kind of... Where was that? Because the necklace should really be between the hood part and the neck, I think. Right here. I kind of want to do it like this, which would, however, mean that I need to put that shirt line back where it was. There we go. I was watching the new Lilo and Stitch live action trailer, and it looks really cute, but I'm not gonna lie, Please look kind of scary. Which, to be fair, I guess he is an alien. He's kind of not supposed to look like cute like in the cartoon, but he was kind of a jump scare because everything else looked really cute. And I'm excited for the movie, but my gosh, Pleakley, I was not prepared for a Pleakley. I kind of have a problem where, like, if I hear music that I recognize in any shape or form, like somewhere unexpected, not that it was unexpected, but like it makes me weirdly emotional. Like, I haven't been very excited for a lot of the Disney remakes, but this one looks okay, and it did kind of, hearing the music, I was like, wow, this is kind of Vector Logic. Hello, what's up? How are you? We're working on Alma again. After last time's attempt to work on Alma was kind of not interrupted, but we had the smoke detector going off in the background, and it was kind of driving me crazy. But we're doing this without the smoke detector today, so yeah. How are you doing? Hope your day's going well. Yeah, we're chilling. I think I'm just gonna finish line art today, at least for like the Alma part, and then maybe call it good. But we have this whole thing. I don't usually do backgrounds, but we're gonna try a background on this. I have Alma, I have a baby secret, and I have Hunter fighting for his life in the background. So that's kind of the plan for this one. Yeah, but yeah, we'll probably finish Alma line art today, and then yeah, leave it at that. I'm also looking at, oh wait, no, yeah, I haven't got to that yet. Okay, cool. Just trying to keep track of all the layers. We have like kind of most of the gist of the line art done, but I like to go back and make certain parts thicker and such. So
Yeah. Which I'm looking at it now, and I think I want to make her bandana a little bit thicker than I have it already. Yeah, that works. I feel like I say that too much. I just say that works. And we're rolling with this and this and that. I feel like I already kind of came around to this, but I'll make it. I think I do want it a little bit thicker than this. Just based on. Not like too thick, because I feel like this is one that I would consider a little bit more detailed. There's not much detail on it to begin with, but this side a little more, but not trying to do that. There we go. Okay. Cool, we're making progress. Did I put... Okay, the handle is on a different layer. I'm gonna merge these because I accidentally drew that on the same layer anyways. But it's not a huge deal in this case. It's more just me making way too many extra layers purely out of paranoia. Yeah, we can leave that like that. I think I took care of all of those. Pocket. I'll leave the pocket alone as well. I'm kind of looking at the angle of the pocket and it doesn't quite look right actually. Maybe. Here, let me. Like it should be kind of more like that. I'm probably just gonna redraw the whole pocket, but for now, let me just kind of warp it into where I think it makes more sense. Like it does hang pretty low, but yeah, that looks more like a normal pocket, I think. Okay, let's just flatten this and redraw it. Man, after I spent all that time on the stitches earlier too. But now that I know where I'm putting it, it won't take like too long. See, I said that this part might be hidden anyways, and I was right. Just really quickly take care of these while I'm here. Maybe that button wasn't as centered as it was supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, we'll scooch it over a smidge. Just a tad bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Alright. Sometimes I forget that I'm the streamer and then I look up and I'm like, oh, should I check out should I collect my channel points? And then I remember this is my channel. Also, I don't, yeah. Other way. Alright, there's our pocket. I don't know why I didn't bring this all the way down, but I think I will just have it here. Man, I just thought about the fact that I have to go into the office tomorrow. Which, to be fair, I haven't gone in a while, but I like staying home. I like rolling out of bed and just rolling over to my laptop right at 8. But it's okay. Haven't been in a while, and I probably should go and say hi. We have an intern too, and I've only met him like once, but like most of our team is like pretty remote. So we're all just kind of, I think we're all slacking on going into the office, quite frankly. I'll make this a little bit thicker. That's kind of the theme of the last hour, is just making everything thicker. Here is kind of cutting over. Wow, this kind of a lot closer than it was before because of all these line art changes. Okay, that should be fine though. Alright, making progress, making progress. was kind of worried about the layer order, but some of these things are just not preventable. Wait, actually, no, I did move that. Oh no, we're fine. We're chilling. Never mind. One thing I kind of wanted to do on stream was play Project Sekai, because that's something I really enjoy, but I simply, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to get that to work. At least for streaming purposes, so yeah. Do, do. Pencil. Maybe the pencil can stay actually. Maybe just a little bit. Just a tad bit. Okay. Almost there. Almost. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. OMG, hi, Sister Sammy. Huh? Hi. Don't you remember you got married to a bowl of chicken nuggets last year during our Las Vegas trip? You know what? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and apparently, apparently I don't remember. Sister Samuel. So if I married the chicken nuggets, and yours. So what were you? Are you the chicken nugget sister or brother? And that makes us sisters now? Man, I don't even like chicken nuggets like that. But apparently I married some. Kai got married to a bowl of ketchup. Why ketchup? Why ketchup? You would think the chicken nuggets and the ketchup would go together. Although I feel like chicken nuggets are more a barbecue sauce kind of thing. He slurped the ketchup. Ew. Who drinks ketchup? You know what? Kai would do it. If you told him you'd give him like $5 to drink ketchup, he'd probably do it. Kai does about anything for money. True. Doesn't anyone though? If I feel like with enough money you can there's usually things you can convince people to do for money. In this economy. I was watching another streamer earlier who was talking about her trip to Canada, and she showed how Costco has eggs over there. And I'm like, wow. Right now in the US, you can't get that. It was like she showed us a gold mine. Not me. Force me to eat peas, I will flip the table. Yeah, I'm not that into peas either. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'll eat it. In fried rice, I'll eat peas, but
I think peas by themselves are not very appealing to me. Not very appealing to me. What else? I think the same thing about baby corn. Something about baby corn feels very different to me than regular corn. And I'm not that into baby corn. My sister used to have this mindset of like she had a list of the only green foods that she would eat, which had like I think it was like grapes. I don't remember what else was on the list, but grapes was one of the only green foods she was okay with. But otherwise, she had a rule of like if it's green, I don't like it. I think she's grown out of it, but who knows? My siblings are picky eaters. This is the right layer, right? Yeah. Cool, now it's just that part of the arm and then I think we're good. I have a few layers for that. Oh no, I did this already. Hold up. Something is on the wrong layer. Where is it? I think I know what it is, but here, let me just put these together. Something in here, I think, was this. That whole thing could have just been moved down. Yeah. I don't know what that layer was before, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that can just live there. This is the backpack strap, which honestly could probably just stay like that, but just for good measure, we'll give it one little mini upgrade. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. And then we just got, yeah, we did that. And we just got this guy, which I can just very quickly I kind of want the knee guard a little more. I also feel like the knee guard is kind of angled weird. It's the kind of thing where like you step back and look at it afterwards and you're like, hold up, there's a few more things I want to fix. And then that means that this part needs to be trimmed down. Okay, that looks better. Oh, but I did want to make this thicker. Oops. Come on. Okay, I think that's alright for Alma. Maybe the bandana. Now we start the endless cycle of I think it's good, and then I look at it for 2 more seconds and then decide it's not good.
I think for real, we're just about there. This will probably be the last thing I do. Isn't good. Too much white and black. You're right. I will color it, I promise. And I promise I'll do it on stream, but probably not this stream because yeah, wow, we've been at it for almost 3 hours and I have not eaten dinner yet. Also, I'm going into the office tomorrow, which means I have to get up early to catch the train, which is not very fun because unfortunately I have to transfer on my way into the office, which adds like an extra like way too long to my commute. So yeah, this was good progress. We got the line art done. Yeah, I'm sure I'll come back to this and want to tweak things, but I think we're at a good point where next time we pick this up, we can go into coloring. Beep beep. Is it beep beep hours? Alright, look at that. We got Alma. She's coming along. She's coming along. Color next time. We'll color next time. I'm getting hungry and tired, and if I start coloring now, it's gonna go way too long, I think. So yeah, let me switch to chatting. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there, I think. Let's see, is there anyone to raid? We have Miss Mary Mello is streaming Sunhaven, and we've got Heroic also streaming art. Let's see. Yeah, we can stream into another artist. Yeah, who else? Yeah, let's do Heroic. Okay. Yeah, I've only lurked in Heroic's stream a few times. Most of the time he's streaming when I'm like kind of winding down. But yeah, we'll go say hello. Thank you guys for hanging out. W stream. I mean, I was just here chilling in silence most of the time, honestly. But okay, let's see. Where's the raid channel? Yeah, he's got a really cool candle theme, and I like the stream avatars he has. He's got little like candle guys. He's working on stream avatar stuff. He's working on some stuff to add to his candle like characters. But okay, thank you guys. We're gonna head over to Heroic. Yeah, one day I'll come up with a stream message, but I think that day is not today. So yeah. Yeah, all right. That is all. Bye bye.